So this is Tyro Piano, January 31st, 2019. This is about a month in. I think I started on about January 3rd, just learning piano for the first time. So this is my first month essentially, coming to a close. Today what I'm going to work on is the next section of Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man, the chorus portion. I'm also going to move on in my lesson book, and I'm on the rainbow right now of Stirring Peace, if there ever was one. So I'll be working on that, hopefully get through that song today, and then maybe more in the next section, review some other songs from the book, and then kind of see how things go from there. So I'll start with Bruno Mars. I'm just going to go through the beginning here, see, kind of pay attention to things I was doing yesterday, and see where this gets me. So let's just begin. All right. Missed that one. That's all right. Let me do that again. I messed that all up. Let me do that again. I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking. Don't think. Just play. Just play. That's it. Okay. So some work still to do on that that middle section. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the video that I've been using for this. Just trying to find the section that I'm at here.
1, 2, and 3.
I'm pretty sure he's going to go to the F.
Right, left, right. G. Right, left, right. C.
Let me see. So he's playing that C again, but with the F underneath. Is it right there? So. I think he's gonna go there. Right.
Right, left, right. G. Right, left, right. C.
Oh, so he's going there. That's so we're going to the F. Not too bad. So in the F. Looks like a traditional 1-3-5 there, not an inversion on that chord. So. And then you go that inversion there. Okay. If you don't know chord theory at all, I know from guitar. So what I'm doing is just kind of looking at this chord as a 1, a 3, and a 5 there for that major, that F major. It looks like that's the voicing that he's using, is the, instead of some of the other parts of the song like this, when we go to that C, it looks like that's an inversion. So it looks like we have that that second inversion, I believe, or third inversion, because we have the G on top there versus having the C on top. So I'm just kind of paying attention to that stuff too, just for reference for myself, just kind of see how pop piano players tend to play, because I've never played pop piano before, so I'm just paying attention to that stuff as well as I play, and trying to see like, okay, that's my F, and that's my G, right? And then so really not too bad for the chorus, I don't think. It might take some time to get to, I haven't played an F yet, but not too bad. Back. Right now I'm just practicing that G to that F, or F to the G, excuse me. Looks like that's it. And then F to G.
Then we go to A minor, C, E, and A. Right.
And then we go to the A minor, so it goes F. And the A. D7 it said.
That's right, and F7, F sharp, A, C, and D. This time we go to A minor, C, E, and A. Right, and F7, F sharp, A, C, and D.
Alright, well I'm going to pause on that one. I might not get to that section today. Second half of the chorus looks like you're changing things a bit, so I think because I'm introducing this new chord with the F here, I think I would be better off just focusing on that for just today, maybe a little bit, and then worrying about that next second half of the chorus when it resolves and does the little turnaround. I think I might wait on that because I want to get that was what I did with the other part at the beginning. Practicing that, I would like I practiced this section with the D, and then when I first learned it, I played it just as the G to the C, but actually I learned later that it's actually a G, G to a G7. That little change, but I just practice it as a straight G to begin because you can still get the sound. It's just you won't have that added little trick on there that kind of brings some more dimension and breadth to the tune on the piano. So I'm not concerned about that yet. I'll come back to this part maybe in a day or two, or hopefully sooner, but for now I'm just going to work on this F, G to C, just to make sure I'm comfortable with moving because I haven't played an F yet. So right there I'm playing a nice E E over F, or F over E, E over F, whichever one. Leave my foot pedal on there so I can cheat a little bit. It's only a whole step difference between the F and the G. But again, like I said yesterday, my goal is to be able to play it without really thinking about it. And be able to articulate everything as well. Because I notice sometimes when I play this next part, I don't know if it's my foot pedal raising too early, but I missed that bass note a little bit, which adds some juice to the tune. See? And then that little jump, you're still going just stepwise. Excuse me. Up. But again, you're transitioning from a standard triad with a standard triad to an inversion there. Which does kind of, so really I'm just moving this little part on my hand here, my two fingers here are moving up just one key, whereas this one stays on that G. So, and then I'm still moving I'm not sure. How do piano players know? I'm not sure how they know how far they're supposed to move. It's just feeling, or if they actually feel as they move past each key, like on a fretboard on a guitar, I kind of feel sometimes that's a fret. That's 2 frets. Whereas I'm not sure on the keys if they feel. Now, I guess moving one key, you kind of feel. Okay, I moved over that little bump, that gap between them. But if I'm moving up, are they kind of subconsciously recognizing the count and the difference? And when I'm practicing, I'm also just trying different methods, I guess. Like if I were playing this on the guitar, if I'm playing a new lick or a new line of fingerstyle guitar, what I might do is just focus on the melody or focus on the bass, and then get really comfortable with one part of it, and then add the rest after, so that I can, again, that's all I'm doing right now. I'm trying to take some of the load off my brain later on, hopefully. And I have noticed, I don't know if there's scientific evidence to suggest this also. Just a side note as I'm sitting here practicing and thinking about other things, trying to keep my mind off of what I'm doing. And not distracted by making a mistake or something. But I wonder. I feel like sometimes when I'm playing, I'll play quite a bit one day, and I won't make any growth. I'll feel like just frustrated by the end. But then the next day when I come back after I get some rest and sleep, I'll come back and my hands and things just start working a little better. I'm sure part of it is just a little bit of fatigue, but I think some of it to me feels like, and I don't know again if there's scientific evidence to support this, but I feel like when I go to sleep, it kind of shuttles things off to my long-term memory and subconscious, so it becomes a little more ingrained and intuitive for me. So sometimes taking a little break and rest can be good, I think, for anything. Obviously, I mean, you don't need to go to Harvard to figure that shit out, but excuse my language. Alright, so let's go back to this now. Let's go in. Alright, let's do that one more time here. I think I can get this without too much trouble. Let me just shut up for a minute. And I find my hands, when I'm moving this up, I want to move all this up too. So I'm trying to block some of that. Let me just... A minor instead of going to the C. So you're gonna, not the A minor, the C. So, yeah. I spent a good 15 minutes of practice just with that section. So I think I'll keep that for tomorrow. Let me just go back to the beginning again. See, maybe I can do it in context. We'll see. Challenge myself even further. Let's try it here. Oh my. Where am I at here? Where? Let me go back. I got that. I got that better than that. I know I do. So not too bad. Alright, I don't want to spend all my time on that, so I'm just going to move on for a minute off that, come back to it a little later, go back on to the rainbow. Middle C position. Let's see if I can do this song now. Now remember, I have the pickup note on 3 as I've been saying. So. Alright. Where am I at here? Oh, I'm at the wrong. Where am I at here? Where am I supposed to be? No, here. There we go. So. Let me see again. Still having trouble with the move. The move up there to the two flats there. Again, that excuse me, the D flat and the A flat. Yeah, the D flat and the A flat, and then jumping to kind of the transition between the two hands is really because I'm jumping up to get to that flat key there. So yeah, it's just I think the jumping between the two hands is really what I'm getting confused as I'm reading even. And I guess I'm just not reading it really well. I'm not reading the transition between the treble clef and the bass clef there. So, something to work on, sure. And I want to be careful. I want to make sure I'm still reading as I'm playing it and identifying the notes, because right now I was just getting a little ahead of myself. And just kind of letting my fingers go without reading it. And that's where I think, as I was playing just now, that's where the improvement was coming, because I was focusing so hard on just trying to, I'm playing the flat there, I'm playing this there, and just really focusing on which notes I'm playing and telling my fingers that instead of just doing it from memory. So that's... And again, seeing the transition, where I'm transitioning between treble and bass clef there, I think is very important for that sight reading, and also just for my fingers to say, hey, this is your left hand, this is your right hand, recognize that right now. And I say I want to do it with a song like this and take some time on the song like this, then later on, if I get to a more difficult song, I don't want to be playing that game with my technique later. So I apologize this is taking so long. But the good news is, nobody has to watch. And nobody probably will watch, we'll watch, but... And right there I'm not paying attention, so... start from the beginning then. And just go back and see how bad I can mess this up. Okay, let's go again then. Ah. Mm-mm. Not too bad. Well, let's try again without making too many mistakes. Pretty good until the end there, I think. Okay, let's try again just for grins and giggles. Better than I expected considering I was doing terribly before, but okay. Reading does help. Uh-oh, but not there. Now I'm not reading now, so. All right. can't get that forte over that piano on that little G chord there. Yeah. Da 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 da. Whatever that is. Is that a G? Maybe not a G. Try one more time because I'm feeling okay with it. Uh-oh, not there. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, whenever I go to that fourth interval, with that my ring finger, it's not fun. That's where I have the most problems. I think is that the other two, and the pinky and the other ones, but that ring finger, I think 'cause it's connected to that pinky so tightly. Da, 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 da. All right, I'm sufficiently happy with that part. I think I might move on tomorrow to the next tune. Right now I'm just going to go back here to this waltz and mess with that a little bit, doing the transition up to the higher position here. See if I can. I had some success with it yesterday, so I'll just want to practice this again. So... try again. Let's try again here. I'm gonna let that one be for now. I should probably go over it again a couple times, but I've been doing this for a little while now, so. Oh! Let's build some confidence, hopefully, with King Wenceslas. If I can remember, not remember. Let me read it. How about that? It's a good opportunity. Okay. There we go. Interesting note, I did read that B flat there, or yeah, the B flat. I did actually read it on that one, even though from memory, I knew, my fingers kind of knew where to go, but I did read that and recognize, oh, there's a B flat coming. And I thought about just getting my hand to that black key. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Kind of interesting to note that I was actually reading just a portion of it and recognizing that change. So. But I wasn't actually reading the note, the B. I was just remembering, oh yeah, there is a flat there, and I moved my hand to that flat. But yeah, pretty happy with that one. Smooth movement throughout, I think. Yeah, I think that's just in the past 4 or 5 days, I think just the everyday practice again has helped seal up. I was actually, as I was going, I was tracking what I was playing. I was actually had time to think and recognize this little line movement here and kind of recognizing my fingers going down, 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 up, down again, kind of seeing that movement. I know as a guitar player, when I'm reading like classical guitar notation, that's one thing you're looking for is just that line movement, the line movement down the staff and up the staff, up and down the scale. So if you know your scale, and on the piano it's a little easier because the flats are always black keys, I would think. Maybe not, maybe there's some other things, but generally the flat and sharps are going to be black keys. So you can kind of say, okay, this is my scale is right there. I'm going down the scale from C, B, A, G, F, but if I add that flat in there, then it becomes a little different and I can just recognize, oh, I'm going down to that one, then back up, and then back down. So I was happy because I did see that, and I was reading that as I was playing. I was consciously doing that. Although I know the song and I know where to play it, I was consciously just trying to follow and get in my head, hey, follow that pattern because it might come up later, not that exact one, but flowing up and down the scale happens all the time in pieces. So, again, pretty happy with today. I'll leave off for Tyro Piano. Again, this is beginner piano, the first month in. Hopefully, again, we can see some growth on my end, and hopefully if you have anything, you can also see growth on your end and start to see, hey, this is a process. It doesn't happen immediately. But again, thank you for checking out Tyro Piano. This is day 30 of this journey, so we'll see ya.